Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a Tighnari listener by me. So let's get into it. Tighnari and you were caught in this cat and mouse game for a while now. You weren't dating, but it was undeniable, both to the two of you and to everyone around, that the two of you had feelings for one another. You were just unable to admit it, yet. And that was what you were working on, internally. But no matter what you did to muster up the courage to tell him, it was always difficult. You always managed to freeze in front of him. And as for Tighnari, everything he prepared seemed to go wrong, whenever that one moment where he would tell you everything would come. It's like the two of you weren't meant to be. Like the universe was doing everything to keep you apart. No matter how hard the two of you tried to be together. It was difficult, undeniably so, no matter how easy it may seem for everyone else around. But it would not occur to the two of you that one measly accident would be the reason that the two of you start dating and find out your love for each other. Perhaps had you known that earlier, then you would have let the mistakes happen much more often. But it is what it is. And what occurred was that you were wearing a really short skirt. And Tighnari, no matter how respectful he was, accidents were bound to happen no matter what. And it was simply an accident, nothing less and nothing more. He didn't mean for it to happen. But when you fell and he happened to look up your skirt, it was completely out of his own control. But immediately, he happened to look away and help you get up. But you noticed the way he was looking at you. Perhaps it was only 5 seconds, and it was very noticeable to anyone else. But you were embarrassed and a blushing mess. And you noticed the way he averted his eyes afterwards. He, too, was embarrassed by the encounter, apologizing to you many times, though he knew he had no reason to. But still, that encounter made things awkward between the two of you for a while. But it made you two realize one thing. When he held your hand to help you get up, and his touch lingered, it was something different. He only held your hand a few seconds longer than he should, but it made all the difference in the world. The touch electrifying, something completely otherworldly, and making everything seem so different. The way he looked at you afterwards, and the way you were aching to do this again, to hold his hand and feel it in yours. You wanted nothing more than his touch right now. And you wanted so badly to say those 3 words that were trapped inside your heart, that made you stay up at night every single day. If you could only say those words, then perhaps everything would be solved. And you would also forget about the situation entirely. And that's when you got the idea that perhaps this couldn't get worse. And before you could get away and leave, you stopped him. Tighnari, wait a moment, please. Lion, you want to tell me something? He then stopped, turning back to you. And you nodded, fidgeting a little bit with your hands, trying to decide on just how to say those words and how to voice your feelings without him walking away, and knowing that this probably wouldn't be the best idea. Because honestly, no matter how much you loved him and how much you wanted to be with him, it would always be true that you would never deserve him. He was too good for anyone, really. Too sweet, too respectful, and too kind. Perhaps sometimes he was sassy, but that was part of him that you loved. Part of him that also made him funny sometimes. He was everything you ever wanted. And even better, he was beautiful too. Somehow, he was that dream man that you've always dreamed of. Like a knight in shining armor for you. But that's when you looked up at him and decided that you will just give it a go. If it works, then it works. If it doesn't, then you will cry, I suppose. Tighnari, I've been wanting to say this for a very long time, but I really like you. Like, a lot, he said, looking down, with a bright blush on your cheeks, not able to meet his eyes, hearing the look he might have on his face, whether it will be disgust, surprise, or something completely negative, before you heard a chuckle from him. That was completely unexpected. And then, a new fear rose in your heart. But only for a few moments, because the next thing you said, "Oh, Wayan, I've been wanting to say it first for a while. I've been hesitant, and I didn't really know what to do. But things kept getting messed up whenever I tried to say it. I almost felt like it was a bad idea at first, because of how things weren't working out. But now that you said it to me, perhaps it's just a messy relationship. And honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way," he then said, giving you a kind smile as he walked back over to you, wrapping his arms around your waist and gently pulling you close to him, kissing your forehead and cupping your face in his hands, making you look up at him, the blush on your cheeks somehow getting brighter and brighter. "Wayan, I love you too. So much. Perhaps you wouldn't even be able to know, but I loved you for so long, and I'm so happy I got to say it now. Perhaps it's a little bit too late, but better late than never, right?" he said with a soft smile, and you nodded, laughing softly as he tiptoed up to kiss him, smiling. "I don't think it's too late. We still have all the time to do what you wanted. Right, Tighnari?" "Yeah, you're right about that. It's never too late, Wayan."